Welcome. This is Doron Lazarus with Jewish Insights, and I'd like to share with you today a meditation to prepare for the Jewish holiday of Channukah. Channukah is one of the most deepest, mystical, powerful holidays of the year, and by engaging in these short meditations, you can tap in to the full sanctity and transformational power of the day. So go ahead and find a quiet place to sit. Power down any of your outside electronic devices. Simply allow yourself to take a few gentle breaths in and out. And as you do, as you continue to breathe, you can feel that any stress or tension in your body is simply melting away, allowing you to feel totally safe and secure and relaxed. And if you haven't already done so, you can go ahead and close your eyes. Because the truth is that the sight that you can use with your inner eye is so much powerful than anything that you can see outside of yourself. And as you continue to breathe, I want you to imagine that you're ascending, going up, both spiritually and physically, to the holy city of Jerusalem, with the holy temple in front of you, fully built and restored. Because the truth is that the temple, the Beit HaMikdash, is right there, ready and waiting in spiritual form, waiting for the consciousness of the Jewish people to bring it down into full fruition. And therefore, as you imagine yourself standing in this incredibly sanctified and holy space, you see that shining out of the darkness from a small window. You see one little light, and that light is shining outwards, radiating and penetrating the depths of your soul as you bask in its warmth, in its sanctity, and the clarity that it gives you. And you stand in awe, mesmerized, that this is no ordinary light. This light is so much deeper, so much holier than anything that you've ever perceived. And past this aura of spiritual glow that envelops you, you notice the singularity of that night, of that light. That one light that's shining so brightly. And from that unity and oneness, you watch as those flames unfold and envelop, as they unpack themselves to, in fact, 4 smaller flames. Flames that begin to take form into the most powerful combination that any human being can fathom. The letters of God's holy name, letters that we don't even begin to say from the spiritual power in which they contain, but we only hint at. the letters Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. Letters that do not describe God's attributes, but hint to his total essence, his being. The light of the Ein Sof, a supernal, infinite light, where we strive to merely get a glimpse, an understanding, a perception of what HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what Hashem really is. And I just want you to notice those 4 letters that are shining in front of you in those flames. Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. And there's a pattern. The Yud and the Vav represent letters of masculinity. The Kabbalah teaches us that there are certain letters that are mashpi'im, bestowers, and there are certain letters that are more feminine of nature, makablim, receivers. And Hashem created the world with these 2 components that ebb and flow with his divine energy. And the Yud and the Vav are those mashpi'im, those givers, those masculine letters. The Yud representing the total point of unity, of oneness, of infinity. The highest letter that there is, both physically and spiritually. And the Vav representing that masculinity, a little more grounded, a little bit more down to earth, a little bit more connected to our world, as the Vav literally means and, connection, chibur, oneness. And each one of those masculine letters of mashpia, of giving over, has a Hey that's ready to receive and bring that light into the world, manifest and penetrate that light throughout. And that each one of the Hey, the Yud has a Hey that it gives to, and the Vav has a Hey that it's able to give and receive. And just notice that pattern. Because within Hashem's holy name is in fact a description of his essence, a description of what's called the Or Yashar and the Or Chayzer, a light that Hashem shines with that Yud that's received from our world, and we, the Jewish people, take that light and shine it back, completing Hashem's name in this world. And even if this is a little above you, your neshama understands this right down to its core. Just allow yourself to be present. Even things that are beyond you are so natural and at home with your own soul. Because in a moment you see something incredible happening. You see that Vav, which was the 3rd letter partnered with its own Hey, you see it moving, dancing, in transition, as incredibly it takes shape now and moves right to the front of the word. The Sfarim Kadoshim, the holy books and sages of mystical wisdom, teach us that every month has a different permutation of God's name. And in the month of Kislev, that the holiday of Channukah is within, puts the Vav in the front. The permutation of Hashem's name, Vav, Yud, Hey, Hey. And there is significance to that. Because as we said, normally the Yud comes first, but now the Vav and the Yud are together. The Vav begins that process, and that Vav represents the Jewish people. As the story of Channukah was a chag, was a holiday, about Jewish courage, Jewish pride, Jewish resistance, a connection to our values and our Torah, a connection to Hashem that could not be shattered or broken. And the holiday really started with the Hisayrus Lamata, the waking up from below, with the self-sacrifice and the action of the Chashmonaim so long ago, representing the Vav. And that Vav triggered the letter Yud, the Or Yashar, the direct light from the infinite light of Hashem, to be able to be mashpia on both Hays, all at once. That light shone beyond what it was capable of, beyond what we thought was normal. It shone in such an incredible way. And I just want you to live with that reality, those letters in front of you, Vav, Yud, Hey, and Hey. And I want you to feel that Vav within inside your soul. And I want you to ask yourself and get real with yourself right now. Where is an area of Hisayrus, of waking up, of energy, of strength, self-sacrifice? Where can you shine forth? Where can you push forward? Where can you grow and achieve your greatest destiny? Your neshama, your soul knows. Your neshama might even be crying, waiting to reveal the power of the Vav that it has within, and to trigger that geula, that redemption that we need so much right now, both physically and spiritually. And as you answer that question with clarity and precision, I want you to feel that that Vav is deeply connecting with your own neshama, with your own soul, allowing it to be at home, at peace, at one. And once it does, once it feels like it charges you with your divine mission in this world, I want you to imagine that that Vav goes back in the divine name, back into its place, back into the Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey, and you watch as those flames dancing within those letters go back into the Beit HaMikdash, into Hashem's holy temple, and resume that oneness, that unity, that light that's shining in that singular candle in the temple. I want you to watch yourself now turning and leaving, but your experience remains with you. Your experience lights a fire within that remains charged, inspired, and connected with clarity, with mission and purpose. As you take the first night of Channukah, it's the first step to be able to bring out your inner greatness. Connect to Hashem, connect to yourself, and connect with others. And therefore, you allow all of these emotions, words, and thoughts to soak in, penetrate your being, body, mind, and soul. And therefore, whenever you're ready, on the count of 3, I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes, your hands and your feet. On the count of 2, taking a deep breath in and feeling alive and amazing. On the count of 1, eyes wide open, ready to see the world in a whole new light.